just read. Let me tell you a little bit about your dad and I. I grew up in the fields of Missouri catching lightning bugs. For your dad, it was the bays of Maryland catching blue crab. Fate had us meet in Colorado. We were a part of the same friend group for a couple of years and then reconnected in the back bowls of Beaver Creek Ski Resort, at Talons to be exact, and then soon after again in Switzerland. We hiked out the back gate while hiking into each other's hearts, and the rest is history. You can say the snowflakes weren't the only thing falling for each other that winter. We shared an energy and passion for the outdoors and traveled all over the state to see as much as physically possible while still working in town Monday through Friday. Mountaintops, alpine lakes, run-down tiny coffee shops, and a two-person green REI backpacking tent were the settings for the beginning of our love story. The years to pass like seconds, and soon enough we found ourselves in a studio attic in the only hippie neighborhood of Boise, Idaho. We bought a house with you in mind, dirt bikes to pass the season, and a little fuzzball of the sweetest, most calm Aussie you've now come to know as your best pal. Soon enough, life had even more in store for us. My food poisoning, lasting a suspiciously long time, turned into a little blue line that told us you were already here. We drove to Montana and spent Christmas in a dry cabin beside a pasture of horses and open blue skies to collect our thoughts. We had no idea what we were doing, but did know that we had the entire great outdoors to share with you. So that's where we started. Before you could even lift your head, you gave us more love than we knew existed. You gave our love a face. Life was a hard adjustment, but I never expected a less transition for when your heart is suddenly walking and talking outside of your body. Motherhood moved slow, and I had been living life in the fast lane. Thank you for being patient with me. But we didn't move slow for long. You got your first ski pass when you were 4 months old. I can still picture you all bundled up and wide-eyed on the gondola in Colorado. You've smashed your toes in the sand of Hawaii, eaten blue crab in Maryland, ridden horses in Missouri, learned to crawl in Utah, camped in the canyons of Oregon, and of course, after all of that, got to watch the world shut down at a ripe age of 7 months. Cue the camper. What better way to social distance than hours away from the nearest town in the middle of the woods? No cell service was the break we all needed from the reality of 2020. You never seemed to notice the world was falling apart, and instead had a way of bringing us even closer together. We created this channel to document our journey, and every journey must have a motto. How about LNT? And no, not leave no trace, although that's important too. I mean LNT for learn, nourish, tune. Learn from the people and places around you. Even the rivers have something to teach. Nourish means to provide for growth and development. Give something back to the people, places, and things you meet on your adventures. And finally, tune. Tune in. Be present and don't hesitate to adjust your actions and attitudes. After all, there's no such thing as bad weather, just bad clothing. LNT. I hope one day we're sitting around the fire, eating bananas, your favorite food, watching these videos, laughing over the good times, and pondering the lessons of the bad. I hope you continue to wander, continue to spread joy and enthusiasm to everyone you meet with your simple I, and continue to stay curious about all the natural beauty around you. Love, love, Mama. P.S. Of all the places we've traveled, your happiness has been my favorite sight.